Hey y'all, welcome back to What I'm On Today. Today we're going to be talking about the fall handbag trend, so stay tuned.
Thankful for this beat, thankful for my dad, man, he kept me from the street, man, I'm thankful when I eat.
Hey y'all, welcome back to What I'm On Today. My name is Lakia Chanel, and today we're going to be getting into all of the fall handbag trends. Well, not all of them. Some of them that have caught my eye. So I've been doing a little bit of research on some of the trends that are coming out in terms of colors and textures and even shapes. And I found it very interesting that a lot of our favorite brands, both luxury and contemporary, are playing into some of these maybe less well-known handbag trends for this fall. So let's start off with like some of the colors that we are seeing. I feel like the palette for fall is usually at a bare minimum, you're going to have your browns. All of your browns are part of that. And we are definitely seeing that in some of the handbags that are coming out for the fall. We're seeing chocolates in the browns. We're also seeing caramels in the browns as well. And I think that that is like an easy peasy. Every year, there's going to be some brown happening for fall, right? So I am also seeing two other signature colors that I am definitely here for. One of which is the Merlot colorway. So I feel like the reds and the Merlots and the burgundies, they have usually a really good vibe in fall. I'm seeing a lot more handbags in that colorway for the fall. You see Louis Vuitton playing around in this. You see Coach playing around in this as well. And some of our other favorite brands kind of really pulling that color to the forefront this season. I am also seeing, which I am loving, this olive green being a real kind of standout color for the fall this year. I am so here for that colorway. I'm seeing greatness in MCM doing that. I am seeing obviously Bottega with some of their great pieces, YSL with some of their great pieces, and of course we're seeing Coach kind of play around with that as well in all of their kind of carry-all bags. And if this is after September 4th, you would have seen them come out with their Coach Outlet Rowan bag, which seems to be very coveted in this olive green as well. So I know that we are definitely playing around in that space. I am also seeing a lot of really cool texture. So obviously leather from a handbag perspective, easy peasy, all the things that we love are in leather. I am also seeing some deviation from that, you know, in the reverse of that, right? The suede. And I love suede. It is one of, unfortunately, the things that I do not have in my collection. It has been on my wish list for probably the past year or so, and I just haven't found the right thing. I have something that I'm thinking about. But I don't have it just yet, and I don't know if I'm going to have it for this season here in the fall, but I am seeing a ton of suede, and I am here, and I am loving that texture for a handbag. I feel like this is a really great option if you are less scared about your bags. Maybe it's a special bag that you're wearing on a special occasion. I just love the texture and the feel of that. I'm also seeing a lot of calf hair as well. Seeing a lot of cool calf hair prints. I know that a new brand that I just got into this year, Jesseline, is playing around with that in a kiss lock style in her own signature style bag. We're also seeing Coach Outlet play around with that as well in a couple of their bags. And it is something that I bought into last year with this Ralph Lauren bag. And I will say that between like cow hair or calf hair shoes and bags, probably since I was like in high school, I have always had something calf hair in my wardrobe, and so I am seeing this like really come back a lot this year. Let's talk a little bit about some of the interesting styles that I am seeing for bags. So I will say that there are tons of different styles of all different types of things that are coming out in the fall. There are a lot of things that we already had in the summer where they're just changing the colorway for the fall, some of those staples that we see. But these were some interesting bag styles that I wanted to call out specifically because I saw multiple brands playing in this space. And I love it because it means that Some of the things you can go high on if you want to from a luxury perspective, but then you can also go low if you're just trying to get the style, because we've got some of the contemporary brands that are playing in this space as well. The first style bag that I noticed that a lot of different brands have is this kind of like bucket bag. It's an oversized bucket bag, and it has this interestingly long strap. The strap is like coming down, and it is like literally the length of the bucket bag, and I think it's a really cool style. Not for me particularly, because I'm not a bucket bag girl, but I liked that a lot of the brands were doing this. So we're seeing this, for instance, with Tory Burch. They've got their Romy bucket bag. Great example of this. Love how they're kind of playing around with this style and the different colorways that they have. We're also seeing this a couple of different times at Louis Vuitton. So we're seeing this with their Hobo MM bag. And we're also seeing it with their low-key bag as well, right? Really similar, interesting kind of bucket bag look with this oversized, I guess, handle, if you will. We're seeing Coach do this with their Bleecker bucket bag. And then YSL is playing the game as well with their Le 587 Hobo bag. And I could be pronouncing that wrong. You guys will let me know. So this is an interesting style that I'm really here for. I like how they've all kind of zhuzhed it up for fall, really in those different colors. We see Louis Vuitton kind of having a suede one. We see all the browns and the richness of the different colors that everybody's using. That's very on par for this fall of 2025. Also really enjoying the combination of different colors that these brands are doing. So I've been seeing a lot of tote style bags that have either stripes or some type of patchwork of different colors. And I am really into that, right? It's really cute. Coach is doing this with their large city tote. So loving the stripes, loving how they're pulling out the fall colors for that. They've got it in a couple of different types of prints and colorways. And I think that they did that really well. I don't know a ton about the city tote. I've felt it before. I've never owned one. The canvas is a little bit too thin for my personal liking, but I think that this is a great option if you want to play around with the style. It was very eye-catching to me when I saw it on the site. MCM is doing this. Y'all know I love me some MCM, and this is kind of where that trend first caught my eye. They have this going on in their Munchin tote, but also they're doing it in their studded Tony tote as well. And I am definitely here for that. I don't talk about this other brand that much. They are new-ish to me, even though I love their stuff for a very long time, and that is Schiaparelli. They are doing this tote that they have, which I think is called their Scap tote or Slap tote, and like chef's kiss. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous. Actually, all of their bags are gorgeous, but I really love how they're playing around with this black and white stripe. So I am definitely here for that vibe, for the stripe and kind of like the different color blocks tote. Lastly, I'm seeing the brands do something interesting with the kind of, I'm calling it the shoulder bag tote. It is not the long tote shoulder straps, but a more convenient way to wear a shoulder bag in a tote style. I am seeing a ton of different brands kind of playing around with this. We'll start off with Coach. They have their Hadley Turnlock tote bag, and yes, they did this very well. As you can see, they're throwing it around in some of those fall colors as well. We've got Bottega jumping on this as well with their Pinna Cotta tote. And y'all know I'm a Bottega girl. I love Bottega so much. I wish I had more Bottega because they're so just everything. But I love how they did this tote. Like, if you're looking for something just delicious, quality, all day. Give me a Bottega all day. Tory Burch is doing this as well. So back to their Romy brand, they have the bucket bag. They also have this tote that is really cute as well. I love the way that they're doing this. And then lastly, we have YSL again with their B in the suede. And so I'm like definitely here for the vibe that these totes are bringing. There are definitely some other types of bags and other bag styles that we're going to see a ton of, but I am really, really, really loving what these brands are doing for these particular styles. I am so interested in how you are going to be playing this fall. Are you going to be wearing your olive green? Are you going to be shopping your closet or going out there to get something new? Let me know below. And thanks again for spending yet another day with What I'm On Today. Bye.